dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seeming. I guess I've been dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Peace and love to all the gods and goddesses and the high vibrating species on the planet. How we living out there, good people? Come on in. Welcome back to the channel. Peace and love to you. Academates, peace and love to you. Peace and love to you. Y'all come on in, man. Come on in. So this segment right here, where I'm having to go back and do a video. This video. For some reason, when I did it the last time, when the final results come out, it was real staticky, like somebody put white noise over my audio for some odd reason. Okay, so we're gonna do this video again. All right, so this is SCP-1984. all right. Of course, it's one of Anthrax Crab's requests, and I do apologize, sir. This is well, you know what we're dealing with. All right, so Shallow Law, get your ace in the back there. You know what I'm talking about. My guy, keep your company. You know what I'm saying. Does not mind keeping your company at any time you want to get wrong. All right, so we're on the new pewter. This is my gaming pewter. We're gonna try. Like I said, ever since I got it, I haven't really been able to keep a good connection with the internet, and it sits right next to my other computer that just seems to don't want to act right now. So we're gonna try this out and see. So bear with me on that one. All right, Academies. But if you will, like, share, and subscribe. We do have a shadow lurking that's doing the most. So we need a little help with the algorithm to get in the main algorithm so we can get the perspective pushed across to the people. See, you know what I'm saying? It's just a perspective, like really nothing for everybody to flip out about and go messing with my electronics and all that stuff, and you know what I'm saying, scrambling up the videos. It's not called for. It's really not called for, y'all. But they're doing it, so I could use a little help from the people. We are the people. We are in this together. I have not come to lie to you. I just come to give my perspective, maybe a pointer or three. My opinion is like a-holes. Everyone has one, and I guess I'm gonna give my dissertation of what I believe is going on with this SCP and other SCPs and other things that's taking place across the planet. All right, so that's what we got going on. This does have some numerology. We're gonna get to that. I believe it's the number 4 from the last get up. Let me pull that number for y'all. With it down there. That's 7. That's 7 and 9. That's 7 and 9, y'all. That's 7 and 9. No worries. 4. Got it right here. No worries. Got it right here. So number 4, that's feminine. That's feminine energy. The planet Uranus and Aquarius in the 11th house. Okay, and the positives there is hardworking, diligent, punctual, honest, down to earth, exacting, mechanical and mathematical talents, disciplined, methodical, practical, disciplined, determined, organized, economical, loyal, steady, enduring, detail oriented. And the negatives would be dull, crude, moody, violent, harsh, destructive. I'm thinking about them distractions. Overly stern, rigid, hateful, insensitive, melancholy, cruel, brutal, slow to make decisions. A couple occupations is TV or radio personality, an aviator, an engineer, computer expert. I need one of those. A hypnosis, a farmer, a bricklayer, an electrician, a printer, a occultist, accountant, architect, a sculptor, a mechanic, a mathematician, a mason, a janitor, factory worker, plumber. And no, you do not have to have any of those occupations to represent the number 4 energy. All right. Alright, some tidbits here is rulership over odd and unusual buildings, which this looks like it's going to be odd and unusual. Nuclear plants, generators, power stations, mental institutions, radio and TV stations, railway stations, assembly line plants. The number 4 correlates with the colors of electric shades in halftones. And the tarot is the Emperor's card, which represents the father, discipline and direction, the power of the mind in the social world, traditional masculine authoritative position, using logic to solve issues, and functions, organize the world energy and moving on things and making them happen. So that's organizing your world, moving on the things that you are, depicting for your life. So that's watching your thoughts, making sure that you're thinking positive about your situations, being optimistic about your situations, coming up with detailed plans, oriented, stay organized, and move, and actually make some steps, like work on the idea that you have, the plan that you have. And remember, don't tell everybody your master plan. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you have going on for yourself as a major plan for yourself, even if there's other people involved in it that you would like to see benefit from your major plan, it's still best that you keep that to yourself until you can get such plan underway, because there are things and entities and peoples out here that likes to kind of rain on your parade when you actually got something big going for yourself that they really wish they could have for themselves. And all they got to do is believe in themselves, and they can get something popping like you, right? So keep your thing busting out there. Keep vibing high. Keep staying in the green. You know what I mean? Regardless of what the shadow throw at us, we gonna throw a little bit of light back at it. You know what I'm saying? Cause like when people throwing shade, I tell them cool. I keep a long chance of lemonade. You know what I'm talking about? For real. So, yeah, that's the numerology for today, or this evening, tonight, or whenever you are receiving this grand rising to you. If it is top of the AM to you, yeah, and we gonna get it in with this 1984 SCP, the Dead Hand. It is a Keter, or however you want to enunciate it. Yeah. So academics, I hope you have what you need, because I do. And without further ado, let's get to what it is that we do. Bustin'. Okay. Different mouse. My apologies. Oh, gotta run that back a couple seconds. All right, let's get it. Wish us luck.
Good afternoon,
Good
everyone.
afternoon.
My name is Dr. Miller,
Peace.
and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-1984.
Let's get it.
Object Class, Keter.
Keter.
Special Containment Procedures.
Let's get it.
SCP-1984 is to be secured at Armed Containment Complex 4, kilometers south-southeast of Verkhoyansk, Sakha Republic, Russian Federation. Mobile Task Force Omega-59, Nechayeva's Wolves, and Mobile Task Force Sigma-18, Chessmasters, are to be permanently stationed at Complex 4. SCP-1984 itself is to be contained in Warehouse 5E in a standard humanoid containment cell, modified to be enclosed within a Faraday cage to prevent external broadcasts from reaching the interior. The only broadcasts allowed to reach SCP-1984 are those created by the Information Control Team. All broadcast signals in the vicinity of Complex 4 are to be monitored. At all times, the Information Control Team shall be staffed with no fewer than 15 members and housed in Dormitory 3F, adjacent to Studio 1A. Among these must be at least one military historian, 2 personnel with extensive background in international diplomacy, 1 economist, 2 actors with significant stage experience, and 3 personnel with at least 10 years of experience in the Soviet-Russian media.
All right.
SCP-1984 is to receive a narrative.
See, I don't recall every single. See, I got to bear with me because I don't recall every single thing about this video. I don't recall every single thing I said in the video. I tried to go back and listen to it, but it's so static. I couldn't even hear anything I said to regurgitate anything that I said. So, but right off the bat, I do recall hearing out about their lineup and what they needed, and I can already go ahead and tell you that this is propaganda. This is a propaganda smear campaign. Something's finna go down with propaganda. And let me be the one, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say be the first to tell you, but let me be one to tell you that's I forgot exactly what they call it. What do they call it? It's an actual law. You can look it up yourself. They actually passed it through legislation. You know what I'm saying? A law that makes it legal to spread propaganda internationally and domestically. And that law was passed, I believe, in 2012 when they slipped and passed that or revised it. Yeah, they revised that mother sucker. So they already had it in play, but then they revised it and they really brought it back and, you know what I'm saying, and threw it out there and like, yeah. So they can lie to you people. They can just say what the hell they want to say to you, whether it's the news, via wherever. They can just tell you what they want to tell you. I'm just saying. They can tell you whatever they want to tell you. And it's legal. So, when you got something like that, man, how we gonna trust these people, bruh? Like, I'm just saying. And you can't be mad at me. Y'all passed that junk. Y'all did it. We ain't do it. Y'all did it. Y'all came up with that junk. You come up with a law that says that you can lie to somebody, spread propaganda. That's what they need. The 10 years of what they said. 10 years of broadcasting. You know what I'm saying? They need somebody that's been in the hold up. That's been in news for about 10 years. Is that what they said? About 10 years? Yeah. Yeah, so this is propaganda all day, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what they finna lie about.
Information Control Team. All broadcast signals in the vicinity of Complex 4 are to be monitored. At all times, the Information Control Team shall be staffed with no fewer than 15 members and housed in Dormitory 3F, adjacent to Studio 1A. Among these must be at least one military historian, 2 personnel with extensive background in international diplomacy, 1 economist, 2 actors with significant stage experience, and 3 personnel with at least 10 years of experience in the Soviet-Russian media.
Bruh, 2 actors. That let you know right there. So they got the actors and they got the people that's got at least 10 years of experience. So in the media, right? So they finna run this game. So these 3 are gonna teach these 2 how to run this thing using this information, you know what I'm saying, to make sure they don't, yeah, boy, they staging this junk all day, every day. And see, like I said, it's I'm pretty sure it's international too. So it's basically whatever they can tell the people across the water, you know what I'm saying, across the pond over there, whatever the hell they want to tell them about what we got going over here, and it could be a bald-faced lie. And vice versa. And then come right here and, you know what I'm saying, and be telling us stuff that's going on here that really ain't going on here when something else could be going on here, which we already know. You feel me? Because let's just talk about the stuff in the skies. We ain't got to talk about every damn thing else that's been going on underground. We can just talk about what's been going on in the sky or in the water. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
SCP-1984 is to receive a narrative transmitted via radio and television broadcasts depicting
I think y'all should let the first video go.
Between
this
the
one,
Soviet
yeah,
Union
we finna go there on this
NATO,
one. Yeah.
designed to resemble official releases from TASS, the Associated Press, the BBC, and other established Cold War-era news organizations. Description: SCP-1984 was created by the Soviet Union during the 1980s to serve as its second strike nuclear deterrence mechanism. SCP-1984 is in fact the system referred to in Western media as Dead Hand, an automated nuclear response commonly believed to be triggered by the destruction of the Soviet command and control structure. However, rather than being a network of sensors and computing systems, SCP-1984 is an autonomous, self-aware entity of varying observable existence with direct access to Russian nuclear sites and the ability to commence the launch of ICBMs stored therein. SCP-1984 consists of the embalmed remains of Sergeant Murat Chernikov, a Russian soldier killed during the Soviet-Afghan War in 1982. While Sergeant Chernikov is referenced in Project December documentation, no official Russian Federation records exist regarding him at this time. SCP-1984 serves as the locus for SCP-1984-01. In its dormant state, SCP-1984-01 is a semi-sentient consciousness capable of receiving and processing broadcast signals. SCP-1984-01 can apparently discern the informational content of any broadcast it receives. During times of what it perceives to be heightened global military tensions, especially those involving the Russian Federation and the former satellite states of the Soviet Union.
Hey man, this thing look like a damn alien, bruh. I'm not even from the front. I'm not finna hold y'all on that, bruh. And why is he covered in liquid carbon? Like, what's going on, bruh? Like, what is this? What is this? It's nuclear, obviously. It's radioactive. Obviously. I'm looking at this thing's face and its head structure. It does not resemble a human being. It looked like an alien, some type of alien species. And y'all can slap the name Sergeant on it all you want to. Hey, y'all can slap. Yeah, that's my solar day right there. 8/7. Yeah, just if anybody was curious, yes, I'm a Leo. A double Leo to be exact. You know what I'm saying? Sun and moon is Leo. So you already know what we here for. Burn, 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 baby, let it burn. Yeah, this looks like an alien species to me. I'm just saying, good people, academics out there, this looks like an alien species. Y'all let me know what you think about it in the comment section. I don't know what Dr. Miller seems to think about it, but it don't look like any damn Russian that I've ever seen. I'm looking at even at the little strong jaw structure. Don't look like any Russian I've ever seen. Yeah, look at this forehead right here. I mean, well, 5 head, or maybe it's a 6. Yeah, I'm talking about. I'm just saying. It looks like an alien species to me. Look. Okay. Maybe we'll get another close up on this.
Begin to manifest and becomes able to interact with the physical world to varying degrees. Manifestations have ranged from a barely perceptible, hazy human-shaped outline believed to be related to an unintercepted report regarding the 2004 Russian presidential election, to a glowing bright red apparition in the distended shape of a child missing its legs. Containment Breach 1984-13, 0807, 2008.
I thought it was
when SCP-1984-1 manifests in this manner, its secondary abilities become apparent. These include the ability to directly interface with nuclear command systems within an approximately 50-meter radius, and combat capabilities focused on severe disruption of the human nervous system. When SCP-1984 fully manifests, it can move at speeds measured up to 140 kilometers per hour and will immediately attempt to travel to the nearest functioning, land-based strategic rocket installation housing R-36M ICBMs. The nearest installation is currently 81 kilometers northwest of Armed Containment Complex 4. Access its command system and launch all missiles at their present targets. It will repeat this process until it has launched all remaining missiles under Russian control. SCP-1984-01 is extremely hostile to any human it perceives as interfering with it, and will engage any personnel in its immediate path. SCP-1984-1 has shown limited vulnerability to microwave radiation. However, this serves to misdirect and confuse the entity rather than directly harm it. Recovery Log 1984.
Yeah. See, that's an alien species, man, because that right there is keeping it discombobulated. That's basically like some of the stuff that's taking place here with the light code lockdown. You know what I'm saying? And it's or AKA spell work. You know what I'm saying? That's got people just discombobulated. It's got people confused. It's got people acting out. You got all types of stuff that's going on, and it's hard. Sometimes it's just hard to sit back and make sense of it all. It's like, man, have people lost their mind? But in a sense, they have, because they haven't had their minds for a long time. You know what I mean? And it's stuff like that, this radiation, the stuff that they feed us. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna necessarily say feed us, but the foods that they produce for us, this processed foods and all these GMO type deals. I mean, it's not doing the mind any service whatsoever. And definitely has the mind clouded. Like, I don't do fast food. You know what I'm saying? It's been years. Like, it's been years since I've actually did some fast food. Not even restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Basically cooking and trying to grow my own food, all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to do other things because I realized that it is an attack, man. It's a straight up an attack. Like, y'all got to understand. Like, do like I said, go if you're not familiar with the Art of War, go get the book. You know what I'm saying? The Art of War, Sun Tzu. You know what I mean? And just read over the tactics that war, guerrilla warfare, and all these things are. So you will be familiar with the tactics of war. You know what I'm saying? When they go for your water, when they go for your food, when they go for these things and cutting you off from your food supply, or poisoning your food and poisoning your water. You know what I mean? It gets sticky. But you'll be able to see it when it's happening in real time. Yeah, I don't expect I don't expect much, you know what I'm saying, with this video. It's I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do regardless. So y'all might as well get ready. I'm just saying, because some of this stuff just stands out to me. This is not a human being. This is an alien all day, every day. I don't know who, or how y'all think y'all fooling somebody with this. Like, look at this. Look. That is not. Okay?
4. In early 1984, Dr. Sergei, the Soviet Union's official liaison with the Foundation, contacted O5, overseer of
y'all should have let the first video go,
to discuss what was characterized as a matter of grave importance to the continued survival of the human race. At a secret conference in Sarajevo, Yugoslavia, coinciding with the 1984 Winter Olympics, to provide cover for the presence of high-ranking state officials from several nations, Soviet and United States officials briefed Overwatch Command on the true nature of Dead Hand, then assumed by the Foundation to be a traditional nuclear deterrent, and the existence of SCP-1984. In the wake of information obtained by Soviet officials after the suicide of Dr. Anatoly Lavrentyev and the subsequent destruction of his research facility, SCP-1984 was revealed to be both increasingly beyond the control of the Soviet government and designed outside of original specifications, rather than serving as an assured second strike nuclear response in the event of the complete destruction of Soviet leadership. SCP-1984-01 was actively attempting to initiate a nuclear first strike at targets in the United States, France, West Germany, and the People's Republic of China. At the request of a joint U.S.-Soviet delegation, the Foundation agreed to assume control of SCP-1984 and immediately commence containment procedures. Dr. a surviving senior researcher with Project December and codenamed Ezra by the Foundation, was appointed as Director of Armed Containment Complex 4. Incident Report 1984-1. On 08/11/1984, United States President Ronald Reagan joked that, "I'm pleased to tell you today that I've signed legislation that will outlaw Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes," prior to a campaign speech. Thousands of media outlets reported on the president's remarks, and in the ensuing signal traffic, an audio recording of the event broadcast by the People's Republic of China's Xinhua news agency reached SCP-1984.
Man, see? That's what media do to you. Let a joke turn into something serious because the motherfucker quick to jump the gun. Y'all better stop. Hypothetically speaking, that jump the gun right there could have cost everybody. You idiot. Whatever reporter just, oh, he said he's gonna bomb Russia. Oh, it was a joke? It's like, what'd you just do? It's like, oh, I just sent that out to the world. It's like, you what? It's like, yeah, okay, well, go back and clean it up. Tell him that you were joking. It's like, it was just a joke. Like, come on, bro. You can't do that. Because some people will take that and start firing off shots. Dummy. What's wrong with you? Fire this man. Fire this man. Or woman. April O'Neil. Fire that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't be having this. You jump into a nuclear bomb. You know what I'm saying? I can't even say jump in the gun. You jump in the bomb. You need to chill out. Because Buddy right here don't look like he gonna play a game. Linda Hamilton. You remember when she grabbed the gate? You remember how that looked? You remember? She banging on the gate. You remember? In the blue. You remember? Come on, there's got to be somebody out there that remember that know what I'm talking about. Remember? You want that on your conscience? Let's not jump the gun out there, people. Let's be safe out here now.
Researchers note, we still do not understand how transmissions are able to occasionally bypass the Faraday structure in closing
Y'all notice when I paused it was on 8.7? Told you.
1984. Studies are ongoing. Upon receiving the transmission, SCP-1984-01 immediately underwent a full manifestation event with no detectable warning signs. SCP-1984-01 breached containment at 03:08 hours and was immediately engaged by Mobile Task Force Sigma-18. Upon sighting Mobile Task Force operatives, SCP-1984-01 assumed the form of a blue translucent emaciated woman dressed in traditional Pashtun attire and began attacking. According to video logs, Private and Captain began exhibiting signs of neurological trauma, such as profuse bleeding from the ears, seizures, and leakage of copious amounts of what appeared to be cerebrospinal fluid from the nose and eyes before team members equipped with specialized weaponry could train directed microwave pulses at SCP-1984-1, holding it temporarily at bay. While Mobile Task Force Sigma-18 attempted to neutralize SCP-1984-01, members of the Information Control Team hastily began recording a simulated television broadcast designed to return it to a dormant state. The first attempt, video log 1984-84.42, was interrupted by the sound of a wall collapsing 80 meters away, the result of a failed attempt by Mobile Task Force Sigma-18 members to initiate Emergency Protocol 12. The second attempt succeeded, although footage had to be edited to remove one broadcaster who began suffering what appeared to be a stroke. The resulting broadcast consisted of a staged BBC News update stating that the Politburo had been in on the joke, and previously recorded contingency footage of General Secretary Konstantin Chernenko explicitly stating that the Soviet nuclear forces were not on heightened alert. Fighting between SCP-1984-01 and Mobile Task Force Sigma-18 continued for approximately 15 minutes after the Information Control Team broadcast its report. However, SCP-1984-1 soon began to fade and its attacks decreased in intensity, until containment was re-established at 05:41 hours. With 13 Mobile Task Force operatives killed in action, 4 support staff dead, and 8 more staff rendered permanently disabled by traumatic brain injuries, Incident 1984-1 remains the deadliest containment breach yet recorded for SCP-1984. Recovered Project December documentation. Head researchers note: the following documents are fragments recovered from the destroyed laboratory of Dr. Anatoly Lavrentiev, director of Project December. The vast majority of information from this facility was lost, and most documents recovered have sustained heavy fire or water damage. This archive was provided by the Soviet government upon transfer of custody of SCP-1984 and the appointment of Ezra as site director. Because of the secrecy of Project December and Dr. Lavrentiev's triggering of numerous failsafe measures prior to his suicide, these documents are the only source of direct information on SCP-1984 besides Ezra. Documents translated from the original Russian into English by researchers. Fragment 2C. Suspected to be a memorandum from Dr. Lavrentiev to an unknown high-ranking Soviet military official. Date unknown, but assumed to be from between 1980 to 1981. Due respect, the game theorists' beloved idea of a second strike mechanism is just as ignorant as the comrades they criticize. You will find one man out of 1,000 who will push the button that wins the war. Not many will want the blood of millions on their hands, but some will do it to ensure an end to the conflict. This they use to justify themselves. But how many men will push the button after the bombs have fallen? How many will sign the death warrant of the human race and finish off what survivors there may be left? The threat may serve to keep us safe, but the act is only within the mind of an unreachable madman. Perimeter may be automated, but it still must be initiated by a human, and not one of us is capable of ending the world merely for the sake of ending it. The solution then becomes obvious. End fragment. Fragment 12W. Notes found in a charred binder that are not consistent with other materials recovered. Written in English. Original source of document unknown. Several unintelligible handwritten notes in what is presumably Russian are present in the margins. At which point, Dr. Clark distributed files to each of the members present. Inside each file were the same contents. A photograph of a man in his late 50s with receding gray hair, spectacles, a mustache, and a kind grandfatherly expression. Photographs of a typical suburban 3-bedroom house. Typewritten notes depicting a short personal history of Mr. Smith, and a short story written by Dr. Clark about Mr. Smith's untimely end in an auto accident. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, of course, that the person in your files is not actually Mr. Smith, but a random citizen, unknown to each of you. The real Mr. Smith, like our construct, is also deceased, which of course helps with any troublesome legal action down the road. The information before you is a focal point. You must spend the next several days familiarizing your...
Oh, man, let me tell you, that guy, boy. Y'all pay attention to that little part right here. Let me. Academy mates I'm talking to. All this right here, y'all take that. Don't let that go over your head. Take that in. Take that in and think on that. Because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of these Mr. Smiths, agent type motherfuckers walking around here, and people ain't what they seem. People are not who they seem, and not who they say they are either. That's why you don't get my vote. I don't even do it anyway. Never have, never will. You know what I'm saying? Fall for that garbage. Like this. Like this stuff right here is when they tell you about stuff that they got going on, and you feel me, and you just thinking that it's what they talking about, right? Like, just like I'm not surprised. Like I got something to say about this whole Russian bit at the end. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, how the way, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Smith, and like the dude that's playing Mr. Smith ain't Mr. Smith, and the real Mr. Smith already done checked out. They already got him up out of here. See what I'm saying? So you thinking somebody is who this person is, and that's not the real person. And the real person, either they got him locked up underground somewhere, or they actually didn't check this person out. You know what I'm saying? They go ahead and collect that energy. You feel me? With like everybody don't know how the game go. People hear about these conspiracies. Ain't really nothing conspired. You know what I'm saying? Like that, other than what's actually conspired behind closed doors. That's what a conspiracy is. It's you know what I'm saying? It's what it is. Somebody conspiring to do something, whether it's against you or the planet, behind closed doors, whether it's more people involved or just one sinister some bitch that just need his ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? For being retarded. You see what I'm saying? And they'll go through all this, like I said, propaganda, y'all. You know what I mean? And don't forget what I told you. Listen, when I find out when I go back, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up and find out exactly what that law is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let y'all know what that is. Or you can go do your due diligence and look it up. It's propaganda. They can practically spread propaganda freely. Basically, in layman's terms, lie to you, tell you a bald-faced lie, and face no consequences. All right, that's how that goes. So I'm just telling y'all. I'm just highlighting this part about Mr. Smith.
Yourself with this material.
And
Keep
how they
reading
do the
until you are
switcheroo. Don't fall for the
convinced
okie
that
doke.
Mr. Smith is real. This is vital to establishing the correct baseline for our EEG monitors. When we attempt to knock twice for yes, all assembled at the table clearly indicated that they heard 2 successive knocks, seemingly emanating from the
Playing
center.
the knock game.
Later
That's the knock back.
examinations of video
I got you on the knock back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm knocking back. You feel me? Because I heard that propaganda. Knock back. Okay.
records do not display any evidence of movement among any of the seated participants. Dr. Clark moved on to the next question on the list. The entity demonstrated knowledge of information supplied to participants, as well as the details of the life of Mr. These properties first became known after supplying participants with a regimen of 8A PDHQ desiccine. He then remarked that in light of Miss Lamelliere's injuries that he was glad that we hadn't imagined a hostile figure. This one was bad enough, thanks.
End fragment. Fragment 21X. Document consistent with personnel reports kept by KGB administration. Date unknown, but assumed to be prior to 1982.
Sergeant Chernikov has been noted by commanding officers to suffer from periodic episodes of what appear to be migraines. However, he has never sought medical attention. Whether this is related to the events in Krasnodar is unclear, but in any event, the investigation could not determine Sergeant Chernikov's exact role in the death of Private Bekhterev. Exoneration notwithstanding, Sergeant Chernikov has repeatedly demonstrated antisocial behavioral traits, unprovoked aggression against fellow unit members, and actions in the field that border on psychotic. Efforts to prevent knowledge and subsequent propagandization of Sergeant Chernikov's actions in the village of Mangwal far outweigh the strategic benefit originally sought by deployment of Vimpel. It is the opinion of this commission that despite the critical need for experienced personnel in Afghanistan, Sergeant Chernikov be removed from active duty and placed in psychiatric care.
That is not
we
a
can
person.
ill afford such an unpredictable
That is
operative
not
in
a
such
person.
sensitive mission areas.
That's a whole
End
alien.
fragment. Fragment 29B.
It's one of the greatest.
Excerpts from the diary of
gotta
Dr.
be.
Lavrentiev.
March 21st, 1981.
Species of
Researchers continuing to
gotta
act
be.
edgy and insolent. Many resent being transferred to this project. Amusingly enough, it's not the goal we're trying to accomplish that bothers them. It's the means we're employing to get there. Many of them scoff at magic and ghosts, as they term it, and deride the work as unscientific. I know they call me Rasputin behind my back. It was a mistake to inform them of the whole picture. June 19th, 1981. New research team arrived today. Quickly divided up personnel into sub-teams, each focusing on a piece of the whole. Most of the work will be able to be explained under the auspices of direct mind interface software, neurological research, and observation of mass psychological suggestion. I can finesse the rest. Much better outlook. July 13th, 1981. The tests have been in line with what Agent Parks observed in Toronto. The question now is what happens when we recreate them on a large scale and with a suitable focus. I shall inform the KGB liaison to begin looking for personnel that fall within our parameters. October 29th, 1981. Finally installed Phase 2 personnel. I hate to use Yuri's connections, but the project must go forward, and I couldn't very well tell the committees to hurry up with my ghost squad. November 5th, 1981. Initial success made us too optimistic. When we ran the entity through a trial launch sequence, it refused. Clearly it knew how, because instead it disabled the mock launch terminal. Never considered what would happen if our creation wouldn't cooperate. I can't believe how stupid I've been. What the hell do I do now? December 13th, 1981. The Politburo has gotten involved. While this means my missing staff has been replaced, and funds are no longer a question, bad things happen when scrutiny comes from on high. Orders are to spare no effort or expense to move forward. Moscow sent a man who looked like a Cossack to deal with Alexei. I was told to take a vacation for a week. When I returned, both Alexei and the Cossack were gone. December 24th, 1980.
That's another one we got to go over, Alexei. Yeah, about Belvatrov or something like Bolvatrov, I think. Yeah. Y'all get ready for him. I'm gonna pull him up. We're gonna go through him real soon.
81. New test subject provided by KGB liaison. Before I specified loyalty as a defining characteristic. This time I asked for need someone, something who can be trusted to activate and carry out perimeter. Golovkin appears to have been enough of a thug to do what Alexei couldn't. February 11th, 1982.
Well, damn, Alexei, they called you out, cool.
Even in simulations, maybe they're closer to understanding the real consequences attached to the symbolic actions they do. Politburo getting impatient. February 27th, 1982. New candidate identified. A Spetsnaz operative with undifferentiated cruelty to others. Promising. March 3rd, 1982. We've relied too much on pre-existing character traits. This time we will need to shall ensure that it will want to do it once it's set loose.
End fragment. This concludes today's lecture. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed.
Oh yeah, indeed.
Goodbye.
Peace. Man, what the hey man, did I just hey. So this dude, whoever this guy is, this mother sucker done lost him all. That boy is dumb. The crash dummy of all dummies. He won't better to set the bombs off, bruh. He ain't playing. He's trying to do something that's gonna make this thing. He want to see it happen. Are you? Pretty much you are. I ain't even gotta say it. Y'all come up with anything to ask him. Is that what he is? That's gonna be on some asinine. You feel me? And you can chalk it up. You will be on the safe side to say that this dude is crazy, like officially. Like I mean, Dave. I know what you said. You know what I'm saying? I know what you said. When you call people crazy, it's dismissive. Mr. Chappelle, I understand what you said. I get it. Because, hey, I'm one of them people that they call cuckoo. You know, sometimes. You feel, and it's all good. It's all good. I'm not tripping. So for those that get called a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying? Tech Nine, you feel me? Yeah, he called crazy. He embraced. I think I did a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? I did a little bit of that. I embraced my crazy. You feel me? And we get along just fine. But we're not asking for bombs to get dropped. We're just asking for the Kundalini to go ahead and continue to rise for the planet to go back to the for Tiamat to get back to where she want to be. You know what I'm saying? In the cosmos, in density. So she wants to rise in frequency. So I want what the cosmos want. You feel me? I'm just gonna say it like that. I'm agreeable to that degree. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know that entails a certain things going sour for certain beings, and I humbly apologize for that. But things got to run a court to how it's got to run a court, and we here to see that runs a court. Okay. Other than that, this thing is an alien. And what I had to say about the Russian bit is, hey, Putin, do you know about this shit, man? Do you know? Are you aware? I'm just saying. Hypothetically, would you be aware of this? Would they have told you that you got a alien that's programmed to set off all y'all's bombs if something was to go wrong on Russian soil where it's over with for Russia? So Buddy said if we can't get none, can't nobody get none, and y'all gonna get some of these, and they gonna set them off, all of them. Buddy said if y'all stop the facility that he at, he gonna get to the other and set them off. Wherever they pointed at and wherever they supposed to go to, he gonna set them out. Whether y'all have something to do with it or not, y'all gonna take it. Y'all gonna leave it. That's what he's saying. Do you know about this? And on another scale, the reason why I'm not surprised that Russia would have something like this is because I'm familiar with the Soviet Union. I'm familiar with people like Adolf Hitler. You know what I'm saying? That in recent years, after, you know what I'm saying, doing some research, but bro was kind of doing me a favor in a sense. In a sense. Now, you know what I'm saying? Let's just hold on. Let's not jump to conclusions. Now, I'm just saying certain things that he was doing me a favor. But on another scale, they were over. Studies say and research says, and I've also heard other scholars speak about him going to Antarctica and dealing with alien technology. That's why I'm looking at this thing with some familiarities. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if this is a part of any project that they was to have going on when they was over there in Antarctica. You got what I mean? And if they got something like this, I wonder what the Western world got, if anything, hypothetically speaking. Because this thing is ugly as hell. I'm just saying. But it's ready and prepared for Russia. You know what I'm saying? If something was to go wrong, the bombs are gonna go off. But he gonna set them off. But this guy wants them to be set off. Like, what's your problem? That's what I got a problem. What's your problem? For now, I mean, for real. Buddy, hold on. Let me bring it this way, buddy. What is your problem? Because that ain't gonna vote well for you either. But perhaps you probably done did so much dirt, you can't wait to check out anyway. You would love to see everybody go together, huh? And you would love to see, just watch him work, huh? Yeah, somebody go get him. Arrest him now. For real. Put him up. He needs to be declared. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro. But anyway, Academy man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this cat in the comment section. Anthrax, hey, I feel you, bro. I feel you. And it's crazy, man. This thing is crazy. And then he would get on your ace. Look here in the negatives. You know what I'm saying? He's destructive. Oh yeah. We definitely got numerology around there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking this definitely is occultism. We got occupation here as occultist. We got a hypnotist. You know what I'm saying? We got some magic going on. We got the mason right here, and I know that's talking about, you know what I'm saying, the actual the builder mason. You know what I mean? But they got bricklayer here at the same time. So I would go on the whims and say that's Freemasonry, occultism that's got this thing working. We got I mean, it's detail oriented, so I mean, it's as far as what it's got to do, it's going to be punctual all day. You know what I'm saying? The detail oriented. You know what I mean? Determined, of course, because it's like I said, you knock down one facility, it's just gonna move on to the next one. It's exacting. I can't necessarily say down to earth. It's definitely, let's see, on the negative side. You know what I'm saying? Rigid. I would say rigid. You know what I'm saying? Overly stern, violent, harsh, crude, destructive. Like I said, cruel, brutal, but not slow to make decisions. You know what I'm saying? Because it knows exactly what it's supposed to do. It's gonna get to that. Anything trying to stop it from doing that, it's gonna get on your ace card immediately and get you out the way. Yeah. So, and then I was looking at these the nuclear plants and generators. You know what I'm saying? Because that thing looked like it was definitely landing some type of generator. And obviously, like I said, they was using this energy to keep it asleep. You know what I'm saying? Radioactive. You know what I'm saying? Energies to keep it asleep. So that's like gamma. Maybe using some type of gamma to keep it asleep. Which would make sense. When we're talking about frequency, gamma. You know what I'm saying? Which is a real low frequency. Like I think like 40 hertz. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe a little lower than that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a really low frequency. You know what I'm saying? The gamma wave. And yeah, that's definitely, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of, it's radioactive type frequency, and that's what they're using to keep this thing asleep. I'm looking at the side of that cranium, not the back, but the side of that cranium, man. That's not human, man. So why would y'all even try to sell that? And then you're showing this picture, and I know I know it's the real thing. It looks something like this. You know what I'm saying? I know that for a fact. So. Why would y'all go out? Why would you even? Y'all would have been better off saying, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and calling it what it was, an alien species. You know what I'm saying? That was left behind and programmed to do that. You know what I'm saying? But y'all ain't want to do that because they probably would have gave away too many secrets that y'all have been dealing with alien technology and been making deals with aliens. But we got you. You've been making deals with aliens. Okay? It's cool. It's cool. I mean, some of the technology is pretty cool, but not the stuff that y'all been hiding. And I mean, I'm just saying the fact that you're hiding it. And then that's technologies that you took from us that you still been hiding. And you don't want to give credit to us. You know what I'm saying? Oh, big fellas up. We in here. You know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah. Yeah. So. That's for their American Indian Heritage Month. You know what I'm saying? We turned up, feathers up, since they won't try to give us some. You know what I'm saying? You take everything else, then you try to give us something. But yeah, big feathers in your face, man. Y'all keep y'all head on that swivel out there. Keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected. Do not let the world drive you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep your critical thinking cap on at all times. Due diligence. Keep your eyes on them babies at all time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And yeah, y'all be good out there. We gonna be back. I think we made it through this one without it doing so. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we don't get no or whatever they're going on in the last video. Like I said, y'all probably would have wanted that one to go ahead and rock, you know what I'm saying, instead of this one, because I think I got a little bit more into it because y'all did that. Yeah, so I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody sliding through. Y'all don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button on your way out. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you for joining me yet again. You know what I'm saying? I am very, very, very humbled. And you know what I'm saying, grateful. And it's good to be here, regardless of what they got to say about what we're doing over here at Academy 7. This is what we're doing. It's the Academy, you know what I'm saying? This is not the nursery. You feel me? So, yeah. Y'all be good. I don't know. What y'all think? Yo, what y'all think? Hopefully this setup will work. Hopefully this will work. Hopefully. You know what I'm saying? If not, we'll keep switching this thing around until we can get something going. You know what I mean? But until the meantime, between time, peace.